Hello, there's a good news for you as programmers. What is that? It's from Donald Trump. Donald Trump said no more tech hiring in India. Donald Trump tells Google, Microsoft, and Umras to focus on Americans. So, Trump always put America first. Looks like it's true. It's not just a slogan. And U.S. President Donald Trump has sent a strong message to big tech companies like Google and Microsoft, asking them to stop hiring overseas, including in countries like India. I think this is definitely a very good news for U.S. programmers, U.S. tech guys. Because recently we got a lot of layoffs from big tech companies in US, which we know is Microsoft layoff more than 18,000 employees globally, and I think it's more than 6,000 employees in US. And Intel and IBM and Google, Amazon also laid off their employees this year. I think Meta also did this, but it's not a massive layoff, so there is no very big news. But thousands of employees from Meta also have been laid off. Why this happened? I explained before. It is because of two reasons. One is AI. The other one is also AI. First AI is artificial intelligence, but the second AI is actual India. So, India developers is very cheap. India engineers are very cheap. Maybe one US engineer can hire more than 5 India engineer. So, capital is smart. Capital want to use cheap cost to replace the expensive cost, so they hire Indian engineer to replace US engineer. That's also one of the biggest reason why massive layoffs happened in recent years. And you also can see the news from tech companies internally, like Google recommend their senior engineers go to India and build team in India to help India teens grow, India organization grow. Does that mean? It means they want to move their workforce to India because India is cheaper. Right now, we don't talk about the quality of the engineer in India. I think the quality in India is not very good because you see Boeing recently Boeing accident killed hundred peoples or even more. I think this is also because of quality. Some of them, maybe most of them are called India. But we don't talk about quality. We just talk about cost. Cost, Indian cost is much cheaper. So right now, a lot of big tech companies and smarted companies rush into India to hire engineers to replace US engineers. This caused a lot of people fired, laid off, and also caused India job market boom. And right now, it's very easy to find a job in India market if you can call the hello word. You can find a programmer job in India. That's crazy. So you can imagine how bad quality of India software engineer right now. But right now this is a trend. And this trend will kill our job. That's very bad. But right now the good news is US president want to stop this trend and keep the job anyways. But will big tech companies listen to US president? I think it will be kind of listen to Herr President. However, there's no policy to restrict their behavior, their actions. It just I think they work very well. I think, but I think with some policies will be bringing up why the tax, even though I bring them they will hicks it's only tariff. So I think he will add a big tax to these big tech companies if they still hire more people overseas. Recently, I just check the head count of these big tech companies like Microsoft. U.S. employees headcount. U.S. headcount, it's its biggest one. It's much more. The India, maybe 3 times more. But I think it can be better, right? And it's a good news for U.S., but it is a bad news for India and other countries, even like Canada. Because recently, these big tech companies, these big tech companies not only hire people from India, also hire people from Canada. So if this policy is ineffective, I think Canada job market will be impacted as well, will be affected as well. I also check the head count of Canada. Actually, Canada right now of a head count is only 1 of 20 US head count. Is only much smaller than US head count, but I think if this policy is running, I think this number will even go down more. So it is definitely a nightmare for Canadians. I think right now a lot of Canadian tech guys work for US company because in Canada there's no bigger tech companies. So right now most people actually work for US company, and then only US company can pay more. So if this company cannot hire more Canadians, I think a lot of people cannot find a job in Canada, and more people will go to US. Right now already a lot of people go to US in one of the most famous university, Waterloo. That student said, if you don't go to US, it will be hopeless in Canada. You will not find any job. So right now is already the situation for new graduates. Even the best university, their students have to go to US to find a job. If this policy coming, I think no young people will stay in Canada. This is very bad for Canada. Even I will think about where should I stay, because I'm in Canada. If this policy going to work, maybe I also have to change my workplace. However, This is still good news for US, and I think US market will be job market will be better and better. And in this case, I think if the US big tech companies cannot hire enough people locally, and they still can hire someone from Canada because this is the closest place, and maybe they can do it instead of hiring people from India, China. Recently there are a lot of layoffs in China, tons of layoffs in China as well. This is mainly because but politics. But if this policy going to work, I think more layoffs will happen in China. Because right now big tech companies still hire people in China. If this policy going to work, the hiring freeze in China, I think it really kill the Chinese job market. Anyway, I still think it's the news for North America, for the tech the tech workers in North America. I think it's still good news. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.